Butter Coffee Man is back. But today I don't have butter in my coffee because I went out with Sophie in the train station. I live near a train station and I got myself some coffee. I spilled like half of it on myself. And it's hard drinking a coffee with a dog. Yeah. So last night, today is 9 of February 2024. And last night I meditated a bit and then I went to bed. I played around to making more music in my bed with the iPad. And I think I spent like 1 hour, 1 hour and a half of making music. You can't call it music, but it's something. Yesterday I also bought brushes and paint because one of my businesses is making paintings, which I haven't done in 6 months, I think, or more. So I have to, it's the only business right now which puts coffee on the table. So I'll have to do that. I'll have to pay some taxes. I'll have to pay the tax man. I'll have to pay the tax man. Today is the day I pay the tax man. The tax man. And as you can see, I'm still feeling great. And I hope, usually, if I do as much as I'm doing right now, usually in 6 months, what I'm doing right now that seems so incredible, in 6 months, it will seem trivial because I would have been leveled up so much in that skill that it's unbelievably childish what I'm doing right now. And I cannot even fathom or imagine the skill of talking and writing being at a level where I cannot, I'm, what I'm doing right now would be childish. It happened with painting. I used to do paintings where I was thinking, oh, this is the best painting I've ever done and it's the most amazing. And I couldn't see the levels of complexity that I could have added. But in 6 months, because I was painting like maybe 100 paintings in 6 months, 6 months later, I was like, whoa, that thing I did 6 months ago, it's nothing compared to this. And it went on and on and on for years. So that's just about how it goes with skills. Sophia, stop. She was eating some bag where I keep some draperies. What are they called? What are they called? How do I feel? I feel a bit droopy because I just woke up and then I went out to meet with a friend in the train station. And I'm not really looking forward to today because I will have to do some painting, which I don't really like anymore because I've built up so much bad emotions around the skill of painting that because I think that they are not. I've done so much work in that direction without getting enough of the results, which kind of sucks because you expect that the better you get, the more you get back. And it's not true because the world is not fair in that way, especially in creative work. and especially in painting. So that's why I feel so uninspired and unmotivated to. I have so much resentment built towards painting, but I still have to do it because it puts bread on the table. Some people would kill to be not kill, would just would give everything to just be in the same position as I am, to live off of their creative endeavors. But I'm telling you that at some point you start living off of your endeavors, but maybe you're not like me. But if you don't get the results that you want, because living off of your creative passions makes that passion a job. And not only that, but if you don't get the results, at some point you're like, it's not worth it anymore. Because I would venture to pose a question to you that goes a bit like this. I'm asking myself this all the time. If I painted a wall, like with a roller for other people, I would just go and be a house painter, just painting walls, renovating stuff, a contractor. Would I make more money than what I'm making from painting? And the answer is 5 times more. I would make 5 times more if I just went and renovated walls in people's homes. So, hey, so that's the question I'm posing to you. Would you still be a painter if you knew that just painting people's walls with a roller, just white or whatever color they want, would pay 5 times more? I wouldn't. So that's why the resentment. You get paid 5 times less for something like this than if you painted a room. Today we have a little bit of a different angle because I have made another painting course with this painting. So the usual angle is a bit different. How do I feel? I feel quite good. I smoked 2 cigarettes, which is not that good, but the grand scheme of things, well, that's what I did. And very late, I feel good because I did this painting. I wanted to do 4 paintings, but I managed to do only one because I didn't prepare enough beforehand. So it wasn't the best thing to just go ahead and try to set a goal of 4 paintings. But it's good enough. One is enough. And then I made some preparations for tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I can do the rest of them, or I can do 3 or 4 or 2 or even one. It doesn't matter because I am happy that I made one, and I'm gonna see how many I can do in the rest of the weeks until I get this fixed. Well, until it fixes itself. I've listened to a very interesting podcast, and one of the guys said, I know the cliche of watching podcasts as a white male. One of the guys said that be you should act as if no one's gonna punish you. That's how you get to authenticity, which is quite interesting. It's a good way of opening up and going for the thing. What would I say if I was to not get punished for saying? I would say that most people on the internet are grifters, they are scammers, and they sell you on a dream that you already have, and they say, only with me you can make this possible. And that's how they sell you on everything. And I have friends who've spent thousands of dollars and euros on programs, and the only thing they did was to make these guys, these despicable grifters, rich. And it annoys me because some of these friends I have are now in a position worse than when they bought the programs and the courses and the whatever software and stuff from the other grifters. And I told them then, to their face, I told them that these are garbage. And they actually shared with me these programs. I actually tried to look inside of them and try to see if there is any value, but they were just convoluted, modge podged stuff. You would take everything from this room and you would put it with scotch tape together and say, this is the product. And if you don't understand how to do it, it's your fault. But we film it in the best cameras, in the best Airbnb apartments in Thailand or whatever, in Dubai. And my friends paid thousands of dollars for those programs. And they didn't only buy one, they bought multiple ones because they were thinking, oh no, this is going to get me rich. This is going to get me that and this and that. And it's just modge podged stuff together, just put together, and they don't really put any real actionable advice. Most of the people who will get you rich don't ask anything for that information because they wish they had that information when they were at your level. And not only that, but they will never ask because it takes a certain kind of narcissist and just a crazy guy, crazy person to ask for $3,000 for a shitty product. 3,000. And that's the key here. The more expensive it is, the more from the outside, because it's like a locked box. And you're like, you want this box? It's 299, 2997. And the way they get you is they pay someone who has a bit of a following to message all of their friends and say, no, bro, this is the product. And they've, my friends have fallen for this every time because they get attention from a guy who's not messaged them in a long time and it really had success. And then they tell him it's because of this product. This is why. And my friends just give the money to the guy who sells the product, and in the back end, the guy who promoted gets 10,000 euros, $10,000, $20,000, depending on how many people he can sell. So, yeah. And then they give me the product for free. And then I asked them, why didn't your friend who sold you this product give it to you for free? And then they say something like, no, if you don't pay for it, you're not going to do anything in the product. And I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense. The only thing that made me the most amount of money. I've never paid for any kinds of products like this. But the main thing that made me the most amount of money in my life was a guy doing a monthly revenue report on the websites he's earning money. That's all. And I was like, I can be on that website. If this guy can be, I can be there. And I went there and I did that, and my life changed. So that's the most, let's say, controversial thing that I'm going to say. If I end up selling a product, it's probably going to be a good product. Or I don't know. I've just lost my morals and now I'm selling a e-commerce product or a whatever, a course on how to make $100,000 only 997 or whatever. I hope I don't. But on the other hand, I wish that I would have a product worth a digital product worth $1,000, like a course. But it needs to be 1,000, more than 10 times the price that I'm asking for it. I don't. Most of the knowledge that I have, another guy who's more narcissistic would sell it for hundreds of thousands of dollars. He would get close to 500,000 in sales in a year, and I get about 15,000 a year. Why? Because I don't see that as valuable enough. And the most annoying thing is that I tell people all the time, look, let the marketplace decide. But I don't practice that. I don't practice letting other people make the decision of how much it's worth, asking for as much as possible and seeing if the marketplace responds good or bad. I don't give them that opportunity. I put a price that I think is fair, which is a stupid and dumb way to make business. So, yeah, I wish I didn't have this much of a moral high ground. Maybe I am just the narcissist, and the other guys are very humble and they sell a product that's 2,997 because it's actually worth it, even though I saw that product and it's shit. So, see you in the next one.